Hello, hello, Jeff Helvin here with Ballen Brands, and today I want to show you how to control some of the dynamic elements that come out of Elementor. So right now I have our ballenbrands.com website pulled up. That's our main business website here, and on this page I have things like recent posts. So this is pulling from our blog categories. What our clients are saying is pulling from reviews. Plugin that we have installed. So I want to show you how to better control those, or kind of what some of the defaults are. Okay, so I'm logged in already to the WordPress admin. I'm going to go ahead and click on Edit with Elementor. And so what this is going to do is it's going to pull up our Elementor page builder here, of course, our interface that we have for that. And I'm going to scroll down to the part that I want to edit. So it's loading up here. It always takes me a minute on my screen shares here. But we have recent posts, what our clients are saying, okay? So different things here. So I want to go ahead and click on, and this is a kind of a draft page I was messing around with, so it's a little messed up there. But I'm going to go ahead and click on here. These are our most recent posts, all right? So when I click on the edit icon on the most recent posts, you'll see over here it says layout. So I'm using this cards option. There's full content, there's classic, there's different things. You can play around with those if you want to see what those look like. They just kind of have a different layout. But we like the cards version. And how many columns do you want it to show? So in this case, we could change it to 4 if we wanted 4. How many posts per page? So if I change this to 4, then I want to change that to 4. Okay, so see how it keeps pulling up more options. But let's go ahead and go back to 3. And then maybe I want this to be 6. So it'll actually stack them on top of each other if I wanted to do that. So I can control how many of these are showing up on the home page. Do we want to show the image, yes or no? So that would be the featured image there. So if I wanted to keep it kind of faster loading and cleaner and didn't want the images, I can choose to turn that off. Whether we want the title to show or not to show, I mean, so many different options. So feel free to play around with those a little bit. But I wanted to show you more how to control what's showing up on this page. Okay, so by default, it's set to pull the most recent. So if I publish a new blog, then this blog will move over to this position, this blog will move to that one, and the newest blog will show up here in that first position. But maybe there's particular ones that I want, that I like more than others, or that I want to display or stay displayed on the home page. So I can either collapse this little layout option, or I can just scroll down below it. And you'll see there's this thing for query. So query is search, basically. What is it pulling? So I can click query, and it says source. Where do I want to pull these from? Well, in this case, I'm pulling them from our blog posts. I can also do pages, landing pages. Depending on what you have installed, there's a lot of different things that we can pull in here. But in this case, I'm going to keep it posts, but I just want to control which posts are showing up. So I can actually do this include, and you'll see date, all, order by the date. And so you see it's all kind of set up in there. But I could include specific ones. I can actually include all the ones by a particular author, or I can include all, and then I choose which author it is, for example, right? I can do term, and I can find any of the ones that have a specific term in it. So there's some different options here, which is really cool. I can also use the exclude feature if I wanted to as well. I can exclude certain blogs, so I can have it do a certain default, but I can exclude certain ones that maybe I don't want to show up on the page. Now this is really useful if you do, maybe you do blogs for like your internal employees as well as blogs for public, and maybe it's all online and in your, in your post, but you don't want the ones from, the public, or the ones that are for your internal employees to show up on the homepage every time you post them. So this is a way that you would be able to do that. You can also click this avoid duplicate, so that way if it's showing up in multiple categories, it doesn't accidentally overwrite itself. So again, a lot of different options here on how to control those particular things. So really cool options. Now again, you might see some different options here based on what's installed or the theme that's set up. So sometimes that'll change a little bit, but this really gives you an idea on how to manage those. So now let's go ahead and click here on the testimonials. So these we actually have defaulted or hard-coded in there as the actual testimonial widget instead of pulling from our dynamic testimonials, because we also want these to stay on the home page rather than rotate out. So see, there's different options and different layout settings and things that we can use in there. But ultimately here, again, a lot of control over how we make it look, the style it's going to be, the text, the layouts, how many columns, how many rows. Just really great features to keep that page dynamic or to control it exactly the way that you want it so that you put your best foot forward. Especially something on the homepage is a great example. So if you have any questions on that, by all means, you can reach out to us at team@ballenbrands.com.